I'm Rose Velasco, the owner of Women's Empowered Health Solutions and the creator of the Ways blog. I'm going to start right off of the bat and let you know that not always do the thoughts from my head come out my mouth right. And there's a lot of things that I want to share with you in the beginning of this video. So they seem to come out a little bit better on paper for me. Maybe that's why I write a blog. So I'm going to read out of my journal where I had gathered my thoughts to relay to you all of this wonderful information that I'm about to share. Welcome to the final episode of the Ways Yoga Series blog. It's been such a heartwarming experience for me to share my passion of yoga with you all. And to see the video views increase, that means you're watching. I look forward to sharing topics of interest that are in my growing wheelhouse of gifts and graces with you in the future. As you may or may not know, I'm a huge advocate of self-care and creating balance in life. I practice, preach, and know from past experiences that cramming too much doing into a 168-hour week leads to chronic stress, raised cortisol levels, and dis-ease, which eventually becomes disease. The delicate balance between doing and just being can often feel like an impossible juggling act in this noisy, fast-paced world. But it is possible, and I have dedicated my life and my career to this juggling act. Let me use my current life as an example. I'm a solopreneur that teaches yoga classes, facilitates several meditations weekly, facilitates yoga and sound baths as an independent contractor for another yoga business, occasionally facilitates and records sound baths for my own clients, writes a bi-weekly blog, posts a bi-weekly vlog on YouTube, does all of her own video editing and recording, and marketing, which that area is a little lacking in right now. Now, as business opportunities and promising collaborations increase, there's nowhere for me to fit them in unless I practice the art of letting go. It's a good thing I'm a yoga teacher and that I know about two very useful yogic teachings, Brahmacharya, non-excess, and Aparigraha, non-attachment. I'm going to read a little bit about those two in the Yamas and Niyamas book. Brahmacharya teaches us to avoid overindulgence. Basically, in my case, don't overdo the doing. Aparigraha teaches us not to grasp onto anything. In my case, don't grasp on so tightly to thinking you have to do all of these things for people to take you seriously as a business owner. Let me read to you a few of my favorite quotes from Deborah Adele's Yamas and Niyamas. So from the chapter on Brahmacharya, non-excess, in yogic thought, there is a moment in time when we reach the perfect limit of what we are engaged in. It is this moment of just enough that we need to recognize. We have to discern what the body needs in the moment and the story that our mind is telling us. Howard Thurman said, "Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive." All of these are really resonating with me where I'm at on my journey right now, which is why I'm sharing them with you. Aparigraha, non-attachment or non-possessiveness. And here's a few quotes from this chapter. Aparigraha invites us to let go and to pack lightly for our journey through life, all the while caring deeply and enjoying fully. Like the breath, when it is held too long, the things that nourish us can become toxic. And my favorite, a bird cannot hold its perch and fly. Neither can we grasp anything and be free. By this point, you may be wondering what I'm going to let go of, or maybe not. Well, let me tell you, over the course of this Mercury retrograde, some people get tired of hearing a Mercury retrograde, but it's really a transformational time. I've gone inward, assessed, and intended, and meditated. And I've decided that I will not be ditching because that would be counterintuitive to my business goals, but rather scaling back on two things that take the most time for me to complete from start to finish. With the intention of creating more space and some truly fascinating and incredible shifts in my business, I'm going to be writing only one blog, which will probably be more of a newsletter each month, and hosting only one spiritual story time YouTube vlog each month. I will be spending less time marketing my business on socials. The algorithms these days are crazy. And spending that time doing live videos or shorts on YouTube. That's my favorite way to be seen. Now, with all this being said, it has been an absolute joy to have you along on my journey of vlogging and blogging. I would love to have you continue to engage with me as I ruffle up my feathers and prepare to let go of the branch and fly. So make sure to subscribe to Rose Velasco Coaching on YouTube and keep an eye out for the Ways blog, the Ways emails, Women's Empowered Health Solutions, in your email inbox for all things incredible and fascinating. And make sure I'm making it to your inbox, because if you're new to this blog, it may be going to your junk folder. Now, let's get on with the last episode of this yoga series blog. So if you haven't yet gotten your stuff to prepare to run through our 9 classical sun salutations, as mentioned in the blog, and you've probably, by the time you got to this video, already read through all of the fascinating stuff about the number 108. And it's such an amazing number. And I really love to work with making malas. And so when I used to do a lot more of the mala making workshops, I would always introduce this information to the students in the workshops. Maybe someday I'll start bringing those workshops back, but I have to be mindful of what my body needs in the moment and not what my mind is telling me. So this is a whole part of the practice of yoga. So if you haven't already went and got your yoga mat and maybe a blanket to sit on, we won't be sitting for long. We're just going to get a little warm up, and maybe a couple of blocks for the first round of the classical sun salutations. I hope you enjoyed reading the blog and found out some good information. And this video is going to help you support your body for a lifetime of practice with the classical sun salutations. And who knows, maybe someday you'll be doing 108 of them. So if you've already gotten your stuff ready, come to seated on a blanket if that's feeling comfortable for you today. You can take one foot in front of the other, or you can rest the shins on the feet, or you can take blocks under the knees, depending on where the hips are at today. Okay. If you won't be using your blocks, set them at the front of your mat. So come to a nice tall seat. You're sitting on the blanket. Good. Bring the palms facing down onto the knees today. Close the eyes and just take a moment for the attention to draw inward. Feel the breath. Feel the body being supported by Mother Earth. And notice the mind. Take this all in judgment-free. Can you just sit in the knowing? sit in the comfort and grace of your body that is housing your soul this time around. Feel the cool air moving in through the nose, the warm air as it passes back out of the nose and past the tip. Bringing awareness to the breath helps to drop out of the thinking mind and into this time and space in this moment. Feel the grounding effect of your hands on your knees, fingers pointing downward. If you feel like you need a little bit more grounding, you can place the hands to the mat and imagine roots growing out of your fingertips, out of your tailbone, down deep into the layers of Mother Earth. Good. I like to start by increasing the breath. Let the belly become loose and expand on the inhale. Oftentimes in life, we become chest breathers, and this invites anxiety, tension into our lives because we're not able to get a full breath in. So loosen the belly. Let it expand. And when you're ready, you can lengthen that breath and carry it from belly up to low ribs and upper chest. Feel the rib cage expand in a 360 direction, front, sides, and back. Exhale, upper chest, low ribs, and then belly. And if it helps you, you can place one hand on the belly and one hand over the heart. As you breathe in, feel the hand over the belly come forward. And as you come to the top of your breath, feel the hand over your heart lift. Exhale, chest falls, and belly draws in. Continue this breath at your own pace. You can have the hands on the belly and heart or on the knees. Good. Now I'm going to invite you to practice Ujjayi breath. This is ocean breath or victorious breath. It's bringing a restriction to the back of the throat, helping us to maintain an even and equal breath in and out. It makes sort of an ocean sound. It keeps us victorious through our poses, staying centered in mind. It quiets the commentary of the mind. All of this allows for creating union between body, mind, and spirit in a moving meditation that we'll be practicing. If you're uncertain how to make this restriction to the back of the throat, imagine you're fogging up a mirror. And then simply take that breath with the restriction with the mouth closed. And you can take that restriction on the inhale and the exhale. But if it feels more comfortable for you, you can take it only on the exhale. Take this 3 more times. Full breaths in, full breaths out. And one more time. Good. Feel the elbows and the shoulders get heavy. I like to open each yoga class with one resonant vibration of Om, the sound of creation. So allow the hands to float together at heart center, thumbs at the sternum. Keep the elbows and the shoulders soft and heavy. Keep rooting down through the tailbone, sitting nice and tall, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. We'll take one deep, clearing breath. And then we'll Om, beginning together with a full breath in. Om. Bowing head to heart, lifting heart to head. Thanking your body for showing up to your mat today. As I say at the beginning of every class in person, welcome to your mat and welcome to your body. We're going to go ahead and extend the legs long because they've been like that for a little while. Shake them out. If you feel called, you can percussion the thighs, get some blood flowing in, maybe the calves. Maybe make little windshield wipers with your feet. Good. And then crossing them in the other direction. It feels the awkward way. Things in life can be kind of awkward. So this really helps us to even out Ida and Pingala, and that's the feminine and the masculine within our body. Ida is left, feminine, nurturing. Pingala is right, and that is the masculine and the doing. So let's balance those today. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and up. Bring the shoulder blades down the back ribs. Bring the palms together, lower them to heart center. Take that one more time. Inhale, arms circle out and up. Maybe look up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Very nice. Place the right hand to the mat in front of you, left hand to the mat behind you. Sit up nice and tall and begin to gently twist belly, ribs, and shoulders over to the left. Notice if you start to clench into the hips here, just soften them out. Maybe the head looks over the shoulder today. Chin stays parallel to the earth. Very gentle twist. We'll take the head back around center, the rest of the body to follow, and take a few seated cat-cows. So inhale, lift the heart forward, lift the chin, shoulders back. Slight arch into the upper back. And as you exhale, curl the tailbone under, navel to spine, chin to chest. 2 more times at your own pace. Inhale, heart center forward, broaden the collarbones, lift the chin. And exhale, round shoulders forward. Open up the space at the back of the heart. One more time. Deep breaths in, full breaths out. And then roll it up nice and tall. Place left hand to the mat in front of you, right hand to the mat behind you. Begin to lengthen up through the spine. We call this climbing the ladder of the spine, reaching the crown of the head up, and then start to twist belly, ribs, and shoulders to the right. Soften the hips. We'll take the head back around center, rest of the body to follow. A few more cat-cows. Inhale forward. And exhale back. 2 more times. Here we're starting to get that feel of matching breath to movement. One more time. As you inhale, the front body opens. As you exhale, the front body closes. Good. Sit up nice and tall. And we're going to come to hands and knees. And we're going to feel that cat-cow motion in tabletop position. So you can choose to have a blanket underneath the knees, but I'm going to pass on that today. We're going to bring the wrists underneath the shoulders. The fingers are nice and wide, and we're pressing down through that L shape of index finger and thumb. The knees are underneath the hips, and the tops of the feet are gently pressing into the mat. Again, like I have mentioned in the previous blog, we're not dumping into the shoulders here. We're pressing the mat away from us, keeping the head in line with the spine. And if it's easier for you to do that, you can gaze just in front of your mat. We have a neutral spine, almost as if someone can sit on your back. Nice, strong, flat spine. And then as we inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, opening the front body. Exhale, curl tailbone under, navel to spine, chin to chest. Press the mat away from you. Inhale, take it into this cow pose with the sway back. And as you exhale into that Halloween cat shape. Take that one more time, matching breath with movement. Nice. Then come back to a neutral spine. We'll reach the right leg behind us. Toe pads are curled under on the mat. It would help if I was all the way on my mat. And press the heel back and breathe into the calf here. We're still holding the head up in line with the spine, pressing the mat away from us. Pressing the right heel back. Getting a nice stretch into the calf. This is a great warm up for our downward facing dog. Now we're going to say hello to the core a little bit here as we float the right heel up hip height. Roll the thigh inward so the toes are pointing straight down as we flex the foot and press the heel straight back. Maybe you're looking at a drishti point, something that doesn't move that you can focus your gaze on. As we get ready to balance, floating left arm up, bicep next to the ear, palm is facing center line. Feel a tightening of the core, the front, sides, and back, around the waist, around the low ribs. I'm gonna lower the left hand and right knee. Taking this to the other side, extend the left leg long behind you, toe pads are curled under, press the heel back. Keep pressing all four corners of the palms into the mat. Send some of that beautiful breath into that calf, that left calf. And then center yourself, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Left leg is still extended back behind us. Press gently down through the top of the right foot. Find your drishti point. Float left heel up in line with the hip. And then right arm floats up, bicep next to the ear. Again, feel the tightening of the core, but continue to breathe. Just bringing some warmth into the muscles here. Lower the hand, followed by the left knee. Take the knees, mat width apart with the big toes together. Sink the hips back into child's pose. If the forehead doesn't make it to the mat today, you can place it on a block. Know that you can take child's pose at any time that your body is moving past your edge, just to bring you back to the breath, to the moment. But we'll be moving slowly through these 9 rounds of classical sun salutations. And please do know that when we take child's pose as a transition pose,
We will not have the knees wide apart because we are only in that pose for a moment. Perhaps you take a moment to set an intention for these 9 classical sun salutations. Set an intention for your practice. It may sound like I will stay connected to my breath through each pose. Maybe it sounds like I will listen to my body and take the modifications as needed. Or maybe it sounds like I will explore my edge today. Be kind to my body, but see what I can handle. We learn a lot about ourselves on the mat. We carry those lessons with us out into life, off the mat. Take a deep breath in, exhale audibly, and know that your intention is set. It has been heard. Lift the head and hips. Bring the knees back underneath the hips. We're going to curl the toes under now, prepare for downward facing dog. So lift the knees, scoop the hips back and up, and then you can start to pedal the feet here. Just lowering one heel, bending the opposite knee. And come up high onto the toes, bend the knees, draw the belly and chest towards the thighs. Check in with the shoulders and arms. Are you wearing your shoulders like earrings? Go ahead and gently spin the biceps back and the eyes of the elbows forward, but keep all 4 corners of the palms connected to the earth. So if you are really trying to turn the creases of your elbows forward, it's going to lift that L shape of finger and thumb. This is all just micro movements. We take micro movements when we make adjustments in our body in these poses. Good. Feel the tailbone reaching towards the sky. Keep pressing the chest towards the thighs. And then lower the left heel, followed by the right. They don't have to touch the mat. That's okay. Feel that space between shoulders and ears. Almost as if the collarbones are creating space in the front of your chest. We're going to look up between the hands. We're going to take a stroll to the front of the mat. So bend into the knees. You can come up onto fingertips, walking forward. Good. We're going to take the hands right to the shins right away. Lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. You can roll the shoulders back, bringing the shoulder blades down the back ribs, broadening across those collarbones once again. We spend so much time with our shoulders forward that it's always good to think broaden collarbones, broaden collarbones. Helps to keep our posture in alignment. So feel the length in the spine here that you're creating. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, hinge at the hip creases. Then you can bring micro bends or bigger bends to the knees if you wish. If you don't have any issues with the high blood pressure or low blood pressure, perhaps, just let the head hang down. Shake out all the thoughts, the day thus far, or the rest of the day. Just let yourself come to this time and space. Maybe even grab opposite elbows. Let the elbows get really heavy. Maybe you sway side to side. Oh, nice. We're going to come up halfway again. Ardha Uttanasana. Keep pressing down through the feet, nice and strong. And here we can straighten the legs as much as we can that we're not rounding into the low back. As we inhale, we're going to circle sweep the arms out to the side and up all the way above head. Hinge up at the hip creases. Use those hamstrings to lift you. Hands will find union. Lower them down to heart center. Anjali Mudra. If you're all disheveled like I am right now, see if you can just be. Can you just be okay with this? How does it feel to just be okay with things not being perfect? Come to the awareness and the feeling of palm to palm, finger pads to finger pads. All of these practices help us to, as Ram Dass says, be here now. I'm going to take it through our 9 classical sun salutations now. The first one will have the modifications that you can use moving forward. Everyone after that will be 1 breath per movement. Make a note of when I'm using the words inhale and exhale. Circle sweep the arms down, out, and up overhead. Maybe even look up, palms are facing each other. Extended Tadasana. Exhale, hinge forward at the hip creases as the arms come down to the sides. Uttanasana. Bend into the knees, plant the hands and step the right foot back to runner's lunge. Maybe your runner's lunge has a knee down. The left knee is always directly above the left ankle. Once we take the breath in and step the right foot back, we hold the breath in, and then we plant the hands, step the left foot back, top of a push-up, lower the knees, and exhale the chest forward and down while keeping the shoulders back and the elbows in towards the ribs. Tops of the feet come to the mat. The inhale lifts the heart forward and up. Cobra pose. And then we exhale, hips back to the heels, child's pose. Inhale up to tabletop position. Curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're going to look between the hands and step the right foot next to the right thumb. An easy way to do this is to draw the knee into the chest, lift the palm as you step the foot forward. If this isn't available for you and the foot lands here, I'm going to invite you to lower the knees, help the foot forward so the knee stays above the ankle, and then lift that left knee up. Nice, strong runner's lunge. The exhale steps left foot next to right Uttanasana. And the inhale hinges up at the hip creases, arms above head. Exhale, hands to heart center. That's round 1. We're going to switch sides for each sun salutation. Inhale, arms out to the side and up. Exhale, hinge forward, arms out and down. Inhale, left foot back this time. Hold the breath in, plant the hands. Step the right foot back, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower chest, chin, tops of the feet. Inhale up to cobra, shoulders back, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, Use the strength to press the mat away from you, bringing hips back to heels, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot next to left thumb. Exhale, right foot next to left, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, hands to heart center and lowering them to mountain. Take a breath in between each round. Notice the body. Feel any sensations. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, right foot back. Ashvasanchalasana, hold the breath in. Plant the hands. Step the left foot back, still holding the breath. Lower the knees and then exhale, chest forward and down. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, heart forward and up. And exhale, child's pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. Look between the hands. Inhale, right foot next to right thumb. Exhale, left next to right. Release the crown of the head. Inhale, nice flat back, arms out and up. Hinge up at those hip creases. Extended Tadasana. Exhale, Pranayama, and release the hands to mountain. For 1/3 through. Inhale, arms above head. Extended Tadasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, hinging forward at the hips. Inhale, left foot back. Hold the breath in. Right foot back. Lower knees. The exhale lowers us down, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhaling up to Cobra, Bhujangasana. And exhaling, Balasana, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Look between the hands. Step the left foot next to the left thumb. Right foot next to left. Inhale, arms out to the side and up. And exhale, hands to heart center. My disclaimer is when I do sun salutations, sometimes I get the sides mixed up. How can I be if it's not perfect all the time? Good. That's the yoga on the mat. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back. Hold the breath in, left foot back. Lower knees. Exhale, chest and chin, forward and down. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Inhale, heart forward and up, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot next to right thumb. Exhale, left foot next to right. Be certain to release the crown of the head each time you come into Uttanasana. Surrender. Inhale, hinge up, extended Tadasana. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep
down, around and up. Exhale, come forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back. Hold the breath, right foot back. Lower knees. Exhale down. Inhale, heart forward and up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot next to left thumb. Exhale, right foot forward next to left. Inhale, hinge up, extended Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center and pause. Feel the body. Soften the shoulders and the elbows if you feel you're holding any tension. 4 more to go. Inhale, arms out to the side and up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward and down. Inhale, left foot back. Right foot back. Lower the knees. Keep the elbows into the sides. Chest and chin forward and down. Inhale, heart forward and up, cobra. Exhale, child's pose, balasana. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot next to right thumb. And left foot next to right. Take the next inhale, hinging up at the hip creases. And the exhale, lowering the hands. Good. 3 more. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot back. Hold the breath, right foot back. Lower knees. Exhale, chest down. Inhale, heart up, cobra. Exhale, child's pose, hips at the heels. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot next to left thumb. Exhale, right foot next to left. Inhale, hinge up at the hips, extended Tadasana. Reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm so very grateful for you. Let us all be grateful for our bodies and the capabilities of taking us through this classical sun salutation. Inhale, arms out to the side and up. Exhale, arms out and down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, left foot back, runner's lunge. Plant the hands, step the right foot back, holding the breath in. Lowering the knees. Exhale the chest forward and down. Remember to keep those elbows into the sides. Tops of the feet are to the mat as we inhale up to cobra. Bhujangasana. Exhale, press the mat away. Come back into balasana, child's pose. Inhaling up to that tabletop position. Exhaling, floating the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Looking between the hands. Stepping left foot next to left thumb. Exhaling, right foot next to left. And then inhale, hinge up at those hip creases, arms out and up. Nice flat back. Extended Tadasana, really reach for the sun, lift the heart. Maybe even look up. Then bring the hands down to heart center. Come to awareness of the breath. Soften elbows and shoulders. Notice the breath, the heartbeat. If you'd like to continue to do more of these, I'm going to invite you to please continue this practice. Or if you'd like, you can make your way down to the mat for Shavasana. Wherever you're at in this practice today. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan, victory to your spirit. It's been such a pleasure to have you with me on this journey of this yoga blog series. I look forward to meeting with you in the future. I hope you stay in touch with me and keep an eye out on your inbox for more of my blogs or newsletters. I'm going to be coming up with some really good topics. So we'll see you soon. I love you and thank you again.